Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to file KRA returns and income tax for employment category. I'll take you through the steps. I'll go straight to my browser that I'm using. Then I'll search the iTax page portal. Then I'll open the iTax KRA page. It has taken me to their home page. Then I'll key in my KRA number. That's the KRA pin. Then I'll continue. I'll key in the password that I'm using. Then I'll do the security stamp. You must have to remember your password that you are using. Then you do the security stamp. Then I'll click login. It will take me to the home page. Now after signing in, after logging in, now I'll take you through how to file using. First, I'll take you through how to file using the populated system. That is the under ITR for employment income only. Then I'll go under return. Then I click under ITR option. So I'll wait for the system to load. Then it will take me to the e-return page, where I'll select the period of the returns that we are filing. That's we are filing for the year 2023. Then you mark the first date of January. Then the system will fill in the 31st December 2023. Do you have any employment income? I'll click yes. Then I'll click next. I'll proceed. And you need to fill section A, F, M, Q, and T. So I'll take you through each and every steps of each section. Then under tax information, it's where you have your personal details. Then you need to go under return information, where it has options. Maybe the employer has provided you with house ownership scheme, a car, a mortgage, life insurance, such. So for my case, I don't have any. The employer has not provided any. Then I'll fill in no in each drop box. Then under section A, part 2, where it is asking for bank details, this is where the section is not active. This section usually comes active whenever maybe you have a refund that you need to be refunded by the KRA. So at this stage, I cannot be able to determine if I'm able to be refunded or my tax is overdue. So I'll click next now to section F. To section F, I don't need to have to fill anything, because the system already has populated the data that the employer submitted. That is under you can see under the down category over there. It has the employer PIN, the employer's name, the gross salary. According to the gross salary that has been populated by the system, it's not matching with the P9 that have been issued. So it has a difference. The P9 that I'm having, it has a difference. The system is indicating for 68029.69, and the P9 is indicating for 86611. Now it has a difference. We can calculate. It has a difference of 486,611 minus 486,020. It has a difference of around 582. So I'll proceed so that I can see if the system has an error. So I'll proceed. So you will not need to fill anything on the section F. So you just need to click next. The section F is where it has the details of the pay deducted from the source salary. Where the system has already populated the data. So the taxable salary that's under the P9 falls under the chargeable pay. So it also has a difference. Even if the figure on the P9 has been rounded off, the tax payable on taxable salary, that falls under the tax charged on my P9. You can check on your P9 where it is indicated tax charged. The amount of tax deducted that the payee, it's having a difference of around 4 bob. So it usually brings an effect on the amount of tax payable or refunded. So this is the amount that I'm supposed to pay because it has a positive value to the KRA. So then I'll continue to section Q. The section Q is where you have it usually asks you to fill details if you have paid tax in advance. So for my case, I don't have any tax that I've paid in advance. I'll proceed to section T. The section T is where it brings the tax computation. It is a summary of all the tax that you have been done for the financial year, that's 2023, January to 31st, 2023. They have only two parts that you need to fill. That's the section, the serial number 1.1 and the part 2.5, personal relief. So for the defined pension contribution, it's usually 2,400. That's the defined contribution. Then you proceed to personal relief. That is usually 2,400 times 12. That comes to 28,800. Then you refresh your page. Then under the tax due stroke refund, it has a positive value. For the tax for the right procedure of filing the returns, it's either the figure should be 0 or a negative, where you need to be having a refund. This indicates that you need to pay KRA 4,613. So I'll show you guys how you can fix this one using the file option, using the Excel. So for this particular case, I will not submit. I will just cancel the process. Then I'll go back and file return. On my home page, under returns, after the drop box under return, it has a file option. Then I'll click under file option. Then it open the page for me. Then I'll tax obligation, that's under income tax residential. Then I'll click next. It will open for me a residential form, steps to follow. So I'll first download. I'll need just to click here to download the Excel form that you need to key in the data manually using the PIN that you are having. Then I'll download the Excel form on my PC. Then I'll extract my form, the Excel form that I'm having. It's over here. Then I will need to open the Excel form. Guys, remember to subscribe, like and share. Turn on your notifications so that you can get updates on new videos. Keep us on check. Give us a comment on what to cover. We'll keep you updated. I open the Excel sheet that I've downloaded. The Excel sheet has opened, so it is on a protected mode. So you need to edit to activate. I'll click on the top. So I'll need to key in my personal details on the Excel. On the Excel sheet, it usually has several tabs. It has section A is basic information. There is F, employment income. M is details of the pay deducted. Q is the income tax payment credit, that's the advanced tax, and tax computation. I'll start with the basic information where I'll key in my KRA PIN number. Then the tax return is original. Then the tax period is 01/01 2023. Then the return period is to 31st 12 2023. Do you have any income from other employment? Now the option have already been indicated, it's no. I'll scroll down. I don't need to fill in other details on those columns. Then I'll click next. So I had enabled my Excel, so I'll need to activate. It is already enabled. Then I'll click next. Now it will take me to the details of employment income, that self. So the employer PIN, it is indicated in the P9. Now this data I'm keying it manually from my P9 that I'm having. Then the name of the employer. Then the gross salary falls under the P9. It is indicated total gross pay. So you key in the amount as it is in the P9. Then you tab the allowances and benefits that you have been given. That's 0. I don't have any. Then I'll tab. I'll go filling the pension exceeding 300. I have none, so I'll click 0. So on the far end, it will indicate you the total employment income for the whole year. That's the figures indicated over there. Then I'll proceed. Then I'll click next. This is the pay deducted as the source from the salary. I'll key in the PIN of the employer. You just click the drop box, it's over there. The employer name, you key in the employer's name. Then taxable salary. Under your P9, it is indicated chargeable pay. So you just key in. So under tax payable on taxable salary, that falls under the tax charged on your P9. Then the amount of tax deducted, that's on the payee. It's indicated on the payee tax on your P9. Key in the figures that they are on the P9. Then you tab. It will indicate you the amount of tax payable or refunded. The figure on our Excel sheet, it's on the positive side. So we have a tax refund that we need to do. So you just need to proceed. Click next. On this section, section Q, it's details of income tax paid in advance. So for this section, you don't need to fill any. So just proceed. If you have tax that you're paid in advance, you can key in the figures. For my case, I don't have any. I'll click next. I'll go to section T. These are under the tax computation. The defined pension contribution. You need to key in the pension contribution. It's usually 2400, that's defined one. Then you come here and you key in the personal relief. The personal relief is usually 2400 per month, where you multiply by 12, it comes to 28,800. It's also indicated in the P9. To key in your personal relief, that's usually 28,800. Then the tax due, it will indicate down there as that 6090. Now the tax due should always be either a negative or 0. So what you need to do, you need to take the figure that is down there. Now this one, how you need to to fix the tax refund or tax due, then you take the amount, that's 36,090. Then I'll go back to my section M where the details of the pay deduction. Then I'll add the pay, the amount that I was supposed to be deducted. That's plus 43,674. It will come to 79,764. That's the figure that I will indicate there, 79,764. Then I'll tab. So on my validation tax computation, the balance amount is 0. So then that's how you're supposed to fix the tax due and amount refund due. Then I'll click validate. Then I'll validate. I'll wait for a few minutes or seconds for the sheet to validate. So the sheet has already been uploaded. It's ready for upload. So I'll just click yes. It is allocated in your PC where you find the file. Then I'll go back to my browser. Now to the home page where I had previously downloaded the Excel sheet. It has the continued income tax residential individual income tax resident individual form, where the file type returns original, the period is indicated. Then you upload the form. Then I'll choose the file from my PC. It's already here. Then I'll click open. Then I agree to the terms and condition. It's good to confirm whatever you're uploading is right. It's a zipped file in my PC under document folder, indicating the date and then my PIN certificate number. And it's correct that whatever I uploaded is correct. Then I'll click submit. Do you want to upload the form? Yes, I'll click OK. Now, my files, my income tax for employment category has already been filed. It's upon you. You can either participate in the survey. So I'll just cancel my survey. Then the acknowledgement receipt is ready. And that's how you have filed your KRA returns, and you have fixed the tax due that were on the positive side, where the tax due should be either 0 or a negative figure. Guys, I hope the video is of value and you have learned something. Give us a comment or not to cover. I will see you in our next video. Thank you.